peeps, welcome to A Homesteading Hustle. My name is Sarah, and today I'm going to be unboxing this sourdough bread kit from Reisy, and I am super excited. I've been meaning to open this for a week now, and it has been sitting on my counter just dying to be opened. So I'm going to do it right now for you. Okay, so if you have been interested in making sourdough, there are definitely a lot of things that you can get that make it a little bit easier and for the whole process to just kind of come together really nicely. And Reisy has put together this awesome kit, and it has everything you need. So let's just dive right in and we will see what exactly is in here. It's like my birthday. All right. Set that packaging aside. Okay, so let's get into this box here. What do we have here? Okay, so, oh, awesome. This is, can you see it here? Rise from Sourdough Starter to Artisan Loaves by Reisy Gross. So, it looks like, so I have actually not had a chance to look at this yet. This is really neat. So this kind of has everything, the how-to in here. It looks like she has a ton of information in this initial magazine here. That looks delicious. So I will let you get your own and look at that. So let's get into the contents here. And it's packaged so nicely. It's so pretty. Awesome. Okay, so where do we start? We'll start with the banishing bowl. Right here. So we have a really nice banishing here. And it also comes with a cover. So it has one of those linen covers, which is really nice. Nice and non-stick, which is super awesome for baking breads. When I first started baking sourdough, I did not have a banishing bowl, and I did notice that it really affected the way that my sourdough got like a skin. You really want it to have kind of yeah, it's a bit of a skin so that you can score it properly. And I did not have that, and so it was much harder to score. A banishing bowl really helps really well with that. We have her awesome little logo on here. So that is perfect. I'm not sure what size this is. Maybe this is an 8 or 10 inch. I'd have to measure it, but that is super awesome. She also has a really nice glass jar here of a sourdough starter. This is really neat. So I have seen a lot of people that do the dried sourdough starter. I have never actually used one of these, but I have been wanting to have one actually in my cupboard. So if I had any issues with my starter, then I could just kind of go to this, and that is going to be super helpful to just have on hand. And if you don't already have a starter going, this is really everything you need to make your own sourdough at home. So, and this is a nice glass jar, so it's great for storage. So there's that in there. Oh, this I'm super excited about. I know what this is. Look at this. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. So I use a lot of parchment paper when I bake sourdough, and this is going to save me a ton of parchment paper. So you put your loaf on here and you score it, and you can lower it right into your pan. And then obviously it has these little tabs on the side here, so you can very easily pull it back out of the pan without burning yourself or ripping the parchment, which is a huge issue that I have. So this is the perfect size for this banishing bowl here. So you can see that it fits perfectly on there. So you can, when you have your sourdough in there, you flip it right over, and then you have your ready to score loaf right on the top there. So there's that in there. And we also have a dough scraper right here. That is super handy as well. Keeps your counters nice and clear. Also helps you divide the dough with a nice sharp edge. That is super great too. All right, so what's this? I don't know what this is. Ooh. Oh, this is so cool. So I'm guessing this is cool. Okay, so I definitely don't have one of these, nor have I used one, but I use a lot of plastic wrap to cover the loaf, and I'm guessing that this is to cover the loaf while it's proofing. That is so cool. I am really excited about that. You could totally use it as a chef's hat too. Like a shower cap. Alright, now we have some tools in this nice little pouch here. What do we have here? Okay, so some of this, because I am not a fancy sourdough maker, I might not know what they are, so let's find out. Okay, so there's this. I don't remember what this is called, but I do know that I've seen Reisy use it. And you put your flour in there, so you scoop your flour up, and then you just kind of dust it over your loaf, which allows you to evenly disperse that flour on top so that you can score it and have that contrast of flour and where it opens up on the loaf. So this is a really nice way to do that. I typically just use my hand, and it kind of doesn't disperse it very well. So this will be very handy for that. And then we have, a bench scraper, and it has measurements on here. So if you need to figure out size of anything, these are all really high quality products. I can tell you that these are very nice, and they all have her logo on it, which is just really fun to me. Let's open that up. That's really nice there. This also really great for scraping off your counter, lifting up your dough so that you don't compress it. These are so incredibly helpful. And of course, a lame here, or a lame as some might say. Funny story about bread lames. So when I first started baking sourdough, I've used the same recipe for my sourdough since I started about 2 years ago. And when I first did it, on the instructions, it said to use a lame or a clean razor blade to score your loaf, right? Well, I didn't know what a lame was, and I literally thought it meant like a dull or a clean razor blade. So I was thinking that a dull razor blade would cut a loaf really well. I don't know what my thought process was there, but definitely was not accurate. This is a lame. It is a very professional scoring tool. So it comes with extra blades here, and these blades are flexible, and it goes on the end here. And let's see if I can just open one and show you. So it comes with extra ones here too, which is really nice because you really do want a sharp edge so that you can have a nice score on your loaf. So you can kind of arrange it here. It does bend so that you can just kind of slide it on like so. And this helps you score your loaf really well. And then you have a little protective shield. Plop it right in there. And there we go. And again, Breads by Reisy right there. That is also amazing. Super great to have. Highly recommend it. And then, I have never used this, and I actually don't 100% know what it is. I think it probably says in that little magazine that we have over here. I bet she tells us what is in here. Let's see. What is included in the sourdough bread kit? So, ooh, maybe this is the dough whisk. This is cool. Okay, I've never used this. It's a dough whisk. So, it says easily incorporate ingredients and mix the dough using the dough whisk. So, this will be my first time experimenting with this. So, I'm pretty pumped. I always like to try new things. So, and this is heavy duty. This is really nice. And there's the dough whisk. Alright, so let's see. We have the nice container for those. And I know there's one more thing in here I'm going to pull out for you. And it is a linen bread bag, which is so great to store your finished loaf in. Has a nice drawstring at the top there. This, I'm going to tell you, if you have cats in your house, these are essential. I made the mistake of leaving loaves out on the counter, and my cats decided they wanted to chomp through the plastic, but they don't get through these suckers, at least not in my experience. So you need a bread bag, that's for sure. So everything in here is seriously so great and so helpful. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything. We'll go through the list. The dough whisk, the bowl scraper. Oh, yeah, so that one, the white one, is also the bowl scraper to scrape down the sides. The bowl cover, yes. The reusable cover keeps the dough moist while proofing and fits almost any size bowl. I did notice that it was a little bit bigger than the banneton that is provided in here, which is great because it can be really versatile. Then we have the bench knife and the banneton and liner, the flour wand, the dough sling, the bread lamb and razors, bread bag, and the tool storage pouch. We got it all covered. Okay, so now you've seen what's in the kit, and it literally has everything you need to make your own awesome sourdough. From start to finish, all you have to do is mix it together. So obviously you have to have your own flour and I think just salt on hand. I mean, she even provides the starter for you. So, and full instructions in this magazine that we opened initially. I did just peek at it a little bit and put this on pause so I could look in there and see what's in there. And she has some great information in there, a couple recipes. Definitely highly recommend this kit. I'm super pumped to use it. It's gonna make my sourdough making much easier. And yeah, I will link down below her website. You can go ahead and check it out at breadsbyreisy.com. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I will. And get to sourdough baking because it is a skill that everybody should learn how to do. So have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.